Hi, my name's John Van Oyen with Tony Van Oyen Builders. We're doing a YouTube video on blower door energy testing.
And my name is Matt Rosendahl with Great Lakes Home Performance. We're about to run the blower door test. This is actually a mini blower door setup, but we'll be able to depressurize the house to measure air leakage. This test simulates a 25-mile-an-hour wind on all surfaces of the house. I've already zeroed the gauge out, and I'm ready to uncover it and turn the fan up. So as I turn the fan up, you see this number on the right is up to about 1900 CFMs. One of the things that we're doing with these houses is we're creating a HERS rating, and the HERS rating is a score. And I want you to think of the HERS rating like the miles per gallon limit for a car. So where your car gets 50 miles to the gallon, that's pretty good, but a car that only gets 20 miles to the gallon is not all that great. Well, we do that same thing for HERS ratings. And the scale is based on numbers from 0 to 500, where a 0 represents a zero energy home, a home that maybe creates as much energy that it uses, and so could maybe be off the grid, or a net zero energy house. So that's a 0 on the HERS index. And a 500, think of that as a tent in the Yukon, the worst possible construction in the worst possible climate. And in that scale from 0 to 500, a 100 represents the International Energy Conservation Code from 2004. So if that's a 100, then every point that we go on the HERS index lower is about 1% lower energy bills. And John's houses happen to test and get a HERS score of 58 to 62, 63 sometimes, which means that compared to the code-built house from 2004, we are approximately 40% lower. If your builder doesn't do a HERS score, then you should certainly ask them for it, because it is proof of the energy and performance of the house. There are millions of homes out there that are receiving HERS ratings. I think in Michigan only about 25% of the homes receive a HERS rating. So you're among an elite group of builders who are proving to the market that what they're building is a high performance home.
Right, and just by when you got to test each one, because they're not stamped out in a factory. They're all built by people on site. So
Right.
it needs to be tested because they're not identical.
Right, and there's so many different variables that go into building a house. You know, when we talk about the Energy Star program and HERS ratings and things, a lot of people think of Energy Star for refrigerators and things. Well, that only one of them was tested, and that doesn't necessarily mean that every single one of them is going to be the same. But in a factory, you have those controls. In the open market like this, building a custom-built house, you don't have those kind of controls. So every one of them, you're right, needs to be tested.